Welcome back to the False Prophet channel, and this is Brother Jacob, and this is the False Prophet channel, where we get Islam busted and the false prophet of Islam, Muhammad, busted on a regular basis. I hate to do this report because the details in this report is so gruesome, but someone has to do it. The religion of peace, Islam, strikes again. This time in the country of Mozambique in East Africa. And let's read the headlines from BBC Online News. Militant Islamists behead more than 50 in Mozambique. And this is recent. This is from Monday, November the 9th, 2020. More than 50 people have been beheaded in northern Mozambique by militant Islamists, state media report. The militants turned a football pitch in a village into an execution ground where they decapitated and chopped bodies, other reports said. Several people were also beheaded in another village, state media reported. The beheadings are the latest in a series of gruesome attacks that the militants have carried out in gas-rich Cabo Delgado province since 2017. Up to 2,000 people have been killed and about 430,000 have been left homeless in the conflict in the mainly Muslim province. The militants are linked to the Islamic State ISIS group, giving it a foothold in southern Africa. The group has exploited poverty and unemployment to recruit youth in their fight to establish Islamic rule in the area. Many locals complain that they have benefited little from the province's ruby and gas industries. The BBC's Jose Tembe reports from the capital, Maputo, that the latest attack was probably the worst carried out by the militants. Many people are shocked, and they are calling for a peaceful resolution to the conflict, he adds. The gunmen chanted, Allahu Akbar, God is the greatest in English, fired shots and set homes alight when they raided Nanjaba village on Friday night. The state-owned Mozambique news agency quoted survivors as saying, 2 people were beheaded in the village and several women abducted, the news agency added. A separate group of militants carried out another brutal attack on Muatide village, where they beheaded more than 50 people, the news agency reported. Villagers who tried to flee were caught and taken to the local football pitch, where they were beheaded and chopped to pieces in an atrocity carried out from Friday night to Sunday, privately run Pinnacle News reported. Mozambique's government has appealed for international help to curb the insurgency, saying its troops need specialized training. In April, more than 50 people were beheaded or shot dead in an attack on a village in Cabo Delgado. And earlier this month, 9 people were beheaded in the same province. Human rights groups say Mozambican security forces have also carried human rights abuses, including arbitrary arrests, torture, and killings during operations to curb the insurgency. So as you see, people, the world is sitting up talking about the latest election between Trump and Biden. And all of this while, Islam is still busy carrying out the teachings of Muhammad, steadily beheading people, steadily killing people in the name of Allah, while the world doesn't even report this. This should be headline news. 50 people beheaded. And the reason why it's not headline news, because this is Africa and these are black people. Had this been France, it would be all over the world news. One man in France was beheaded, and I even did a report on it for showing a cartoon of Muhammad. But here we have in Africa more than 50 people beheaded, and the world is silent. You don't hear anything about it. It's not on major headline news. It's not on Fox. It's not on CNN. It's not on MSNBC. And the world is quiet about it. And this is going on, and it's still going on probably right now. And we won't even hear about it till next week or something. But this happens all the time. Muslims carrying out the teachings of Muhammad, while mainstream Muslims on YouTube like Kenny Bomer and Ali Dawa and Muhammad Hijab and the Dawa YouTube channels, where they try to lie and say, oh, this is not Islam. Islam is a religion of peace. But in the real world, outside of YouTube, this is what is taking place. Murdering people in the name of Allah. This is Islam, people. This is Islam. One must say to themselves, what is inspiring these people to carry out these atrocities? And the answer to that question is the devil himself, because they are following the teachings of a very evil, wicked man by the name of Muhammad. Muhammad is long gone and dead, but the spirit that he pushed upon society is still manifesting its evil upon this earth. This is Islam, people. Make no doubts or mistakes about it. This is Islam. Beheading, terror, striking fear in the hearts of anybody who speaks out against it. This is Islam. Make no doubts about it. This is Islam. And, you know, it's very sad that black people found themselves caught up in this cult that has nothing to do with them. Like I've stated before, if it was the other way around, you wouldn't have Arabs or any other race of people, non-black people, fighting and killing each other over a non-white prophet. You wouldn't have Arabs naming themselves African last names. How you find Africans in Africa who embrace Islam naming themselves Muhammad and giving themselves Arabic last names. None of those Arabs, none of those fair-skinned, straight hair, Middle Eastern people, none of those people in the Muslims like in Malaysia, none of those people would be Muslims today if it was said that Muhammad was a black man and he was from Africa. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. But these Africans have been duped, deceived, and they were conquered and brainwashed to embrace this foreign outside religion from an Arab, a white Arab man by the name of Muhammad, who spoke bad about black people. He owned black slaves. He had black women as sex slaves. As you see in this article, women were abducted. What you think happened to those women? They turned them into sex slaves. They beheaded the men. They chopped them up into pieces. Everything that I've read to you in this article is the same things that Muhammad did. It's no different from what took place 1400 years ago in Arabia. This is the same spirit of that wicked, evil Muhammad manifesting itself in 2020. And I just wanted to share that. And do me a favor, share these videos. We need to get this message out. I have a small channel. That's why if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Like the videos, spread the videos, post it on your social media. This message needs to get out because this story, I just happened to come across this story. How many of you knew about this? This just happened yesterday. And it's sad that the major world news networks is not even speaking about this. While all along, Muslims on YouTube are telling you that, oh, that's just Islamophobe speaking. Well, that's not taking place. But it is taking place every single day all around the world. So I just want y'all to be aware of what's, taking place. Don't sleep. That's why we can't afford to sleep. That's why I have this channel, because we are at war with these Muslims. And y'all need to stay aware of that. And with that, this is Brother Jacob signing out. And this is the False Prophet channel, where we get Islam exposed and the false prophet of Islam, Muhammad, busted on a regular basis. And this is Brother Jacob signing out.